idea of being my own person and being able to show my identity rather than playing a role.
Michaella Shannon always dreamed of shining in the media spotlight, but shied away from the camera to hide her heritage. And now her presence graces the billboards right out here at Yonge Dundas Square as one of the faces of Nordstrom. You can't miss her. We are chatting with Indigenous representation with Michaella Shannon this morning, and you are such an inspiration for so many. First off, congratulations on this campaign.
Thank you.
We were, chatting over commercial. We were looking out there saying, oh, there you are, there you are. That's got to be overwhelming.
It's huge, and it's so surreal to see myself. A little bit weird, but it's a proud moment for both my family, myself, and my community.
Let's talk about your community. You grew up in Saskatchewan. What was growing up like?
I grew up in a small town, a rural area, so I did experience a lot of racism, a lot of bullying. There was only 2 Indigenous families in the town, and we had to stick together, solidarity. There was times where I was afraid to go to school because people would threaten to beat me up. I would hear racial slurs, and people would call me names, and just be very degrading.
How do you take that all in as a child and to try to move ahead and move forward with that? Where did you go for comfort?
I went to my culture and my spirituality. Growing up in that small town, I was actually embarrassed to be Indigenous. I didn't want to know and learn my culture, and it wasn't until I accepted that and turned to that I had begun to heal and grow.
Now you transition and you said, I'm going to get into something which is far beyond, being very inward, is becoming a model and being the face of something. How did you get into this world? Because it's very opposite of what people would think that you would want to get into.
It is quite the opposite. I was a tomboy, and I was very introverted and shy because of the damage that the racism and bullying had on me. So my mom had put me in self-esteem classes, which was ran by a modeling agency, and I actually first started out with acting.
Did you?
So when I finished the course, she put me forward for an audition, my very first audition, and I got it.
Amazing,
so,
yeah.
That was 12 years old, and when I turned 15 is when I actually started modeling.
So you are now 23?
Yes.
So you've been modeling, so you're a veteran now.
Yes.
And it's still overwhelming for you to see yourself on a big campaign, mainstream campaign like this for Nordstrom. What does this mean for you, for your culture, for young women who are watching right now? What does this campaign mean for you?
I think Nordstrom has made history by including not just 1 Indigenous model, but 2. I do want to point out that Tanchai is the other Indigenous model up there, and it's very important because myself, as an Indigenous woman, I didn't have anybody in the mainstream media to look up to. So it's a first for many young Indigenous women to see and know that they can aspire to be a part of the mainstream industry and chase their dreams and goals. It's possible.
Yeah. And now you are living here. You're in the GTA. What is next for you? Because you can only go even bigger from here.
I've been modeling for over a decade, so my goal now is to move into TV hosting.
Oh, okay. There we go. So here's what we're going to do with this, Michaella. Which camera shall we give you? Camera number 8. So why don't you just read that out loud for us if you can?
For more info, breakfast. Which
oh, there
one?
it is. For more info, breakfast television. Just that one right there, where it says extra. There we go.
Extra.
Yeah.
Okay.
For more information.
For more information, breakfast television.
She's got it. There it is. You can have that. Michaella Shannon, thank you so much for coming in. I appreciate your time.
Thank you so much.
Good luck. Congratulations on all the success. We're going to see much more of Michaella. We'll be right back.